Which battlefield are you headed to?
I will prepare the Scarlet.
I don't care much for battle.
Now you'll see how hard I've been tricked.
Let's earn our keep. I'll do what I've got to do. That's it. I will ensure that what needs to be done is done. It's not over. Right then. Let us... I will see my duty done. Not a problem. I've got this.
So, what should I be doing?
Sorry. I'm sorry. We weren't strong enough.
I'll take this place down before you have time to strap your armor on.
Time to get going.
This'll be amazing.
Gain control of the strong.
A taste more bitter than blackest coffee.
We did it! Stand back.
That was easy.
Take a breather. My comrades after this. Orders have been carried out.
Looks like we got a live one. Time to get in there and fight. You die!
Let's call this a success.
Me?
We did it!
Our scouts have returned from Fort Mercius. There's less movement than we anticipated. That likely means the former Duke Ire wants us to attack the fortress to make up for his disadvantage in troop strength.
The numbers don't lie. One needs 3 times the forces of their enemy to claim a castle in a siege.
Although, that's if you attempt to take it head on.
So, do we have a plan or what? I mean, Fort Mercius is basically impenetrable. Actually, this one time we came home well after curfew and had to try and sneak back in. Turns out there was no way in. The guards mistook us for bandits, and Father shouted at us until he lost his voice. Good times.
The good news is that we have learned of a passage into the fort which has been kept secret since its construction. The bad news is that Ire likely also learned of the passage when he was Prime Minister. Unless his reason has completely taken flight, the man will take some sort of measures to defend it.
The fortress is huge in size. We should organize small teams and be attacking from many points. If we achieve success, we can open the gates from the inside and be giving the enemy a surprise.
It only serves other regions if the Empire starts shedding Empire blood. We should find a resolution that minimizes casualties on both sides.
Is this the part where I chime in? Because, if you want to coax someone out of hiding, breaking down the door is the wrong way to go about it. That'll only push them further into their shells, so I think we should try talking to them instead.
Is it just me, or is our corner of the world an uncontrolled mess?
Why don't we just put all of your plans into action? You've got the numbers to do it. We can sneak soldiers in, use the secret passage, talk it out, and apply brute force all at the same time. As long as one of those approaches works, we'll win.
That's actually not a bad plan, and it didn't even come from me. Amazing! I mean, the brute force part is a little risky, but I dare say you're learning.
An intriguing idea.
But what about the hostages? If we force our way in, they're likely to be killed.
I will not permit that to happen. And while my father may be a fallen noble, he is still a noble, and not the sort of man to start butchering innocent people when the tides turn.
I pray you are right, Ferdinand. Though I believe you never know what a person is capable of until they act. We will proceed with this plan at once, adapting as the situations dictate. We cannot fail. Not here. Not now.
Why can't you just let me stay inside?
I'm ready to be battling.
For Lady Edelgard!
The fight starts now.
I, Monica von Ox, will pour my love for Lady Edelgard into this battle. So I can't just sit this one out? I will gladly handle this. Orders received.
Not a problem. I've got this.
It's Bernie's time to shine! Sure.
This stronghold will fall!
Let us take this place down! I need somewhere to hide!
Let us bring the stronghold down efficiently.
Tell me somebody saw that!
I got this!
Use this stronghold well.
Now, where to next?
So, this is kind of bad, right?
This victory is for Bridget.
Nice one.
We did it!
Not a problem. I've got this.
It's Bernie's time to Sure hope this goes okay.
I will gladly handle this.
Please let us keep this place down. I need somewhere to hide.
Let us bring the stronghold down efficiently.
All enemies will be falling.
Yeah, right! Let's get started.
Not a problem.
Retreat!
What's next?
I can't believe that worked.
Yeah, right!
We're just beginning to fight.
I have no doubt your hard work will lead us to victory.
Let's carve a swath through the battlefield.
Time to make a name for ourselves.
It's not over. Let's carve a swath through the battlefield.
Time to make a name for ourselves.
comrades after this.
Let's give this a shot.
Yeah, right.
Let's see if this plan works.
Position secure.
I won't lose.
So, this is kind of bad, right?
Wounds are severe. I have to fall back.
Not for myself, for everyone.
I gotta keep up with you.
All enemies will be falling. Farewell. Our fight is for a cause of nobleness. For I have a strategy. I will endeavor my hardest.
How about it? Another step toward victory.
This war is ours to be won.
Another day, another stage to...
The fight starts now.
We must
I am your
hold
watch
at
this.
all costs.
Hope for the best, but prepare for the worst.
There is not a question of can't. Leave this to me.
Leave this one to me. Let's get moving.
Not a problem. Move over. This is bad. What's next?
Done and done. Now, what's next?
We'll make...
Leave this. That's my cue.
Not a problem.
Good use of this.
This stronghold will fall.
Step aside. This is nothing.
rousing success. There's not a question of can. My will is...
We did it!
You shall pay for this, you hear?
See? I'm not so bad.
I got this! I can't lose.
It's not over.
This is nothing.
So this is defeat. I'm sorry.
I'm all right.
You shall pay for this, you hear?
One step closer to victory.
Still fight!
I'll help in what small way I can. All right. I do hope you'll make this fun for me. How can I face my comrades after this?
Not a problem. I'm here to help.
Leave this one to me.
I almost feel sorry for them. Still here.
Here goes.
Take a breather. Here it comes. You're done!
My turn.
Watch this! Not all days go the way you hope.
This victory will enable us to safeguard the future.
Greetings.
Right.
Let's earn our keep.
Conduct a rescue quickly! We can ill afford any losses.
Together, we will turn this disadvantage back in our favor.
Advance our forces.
Here I go. No mistakes. They must learn who they're up against.
There's not a question of can. Forward! There's not a question of can. Leave this to me.
Leave this one to me.
Our time has finally come! Please find it in your heart to help me! Someone! Anyone! Please find it in your heart to help me!
Right on.
There's not a question of... Lend me your strength!
I'd rather be attacking than defending. I still find this whole affair to be very annoying.
This isn't looking so good. Time to make a name for ourselves!
We did it!
This place won't be a problem anymore.
You can't let it end like this.
You're done!
Leave this one to me. Looks like you could use some help.
Here I go.
A rousing success.
It worked!
I do hope you'll make this fun for me.
Here it comes! Out of the way! You're done!
I'll give it an honest attempt.
Time to make a name for ourselves!
I don't know how long I can hold out. Help me, please!
I hope no one is too badly hurt.
What you think?
I see.
Right. If everyone is prepared, it's time to make our move. Our troops attacking the gates have been instructed not to force their way in. Before long, the enemy will notice as much and realize we're already inside.
We need to locate and strike down the rebel leader. That should put an end to the insurrection. Along the way, you may encounter suspicious agents. They are the true masterminds behind the rebellion, and must all be eradicated.
Got it. Now let's get going before those bloodthirsty monsters hurt any of the hostages.
I haven't been this angry in a long time. When is that man going to stop being a thorn in Her Majesty's side?
Ah, how splendid. But do try not to become so flush with rage that you make a foolish error.
Perhaps if you grew flush with rage every now and again, you wouldn't have the complexion of a coffin dweller.
Quiet, both of you.
You don't have to do this, Ferdinand. You can always stay back if you have doubts.
No. Fate put me on this path, and now I must walk it.
For the future that's yet to come.
Enemy soul.
I will gladly handle this. Allow me to work with you.
So, what should I be doing again? Need a hand?
Begin. Our teamwork has become...
Right then, let us go to work. Right then, let us go to work.
Soldiers have breached our fortifications. To arms! Defend the glory of the Empire!
Watch this! They've seen through our ruse already. Prepare to take the fortress.
Your detachment is safely inside. We should wait to see how the enemy responds before we deploy.
Start by seizing the inner wall.
These mercenaries are no better than...
Here I go. No, they must learn who they're up against.
Leave this one to me.
common bandits. Take a breather. How could my father make a deal with such a pack of rogues?
Looks like this ain't your lucky day.
I should have expected an ambush. We used to play hide and seek here all the time.
Looks like they're here. And once we kill them all, we'll have more riches than we know what to do with.
Look out! Somebody do some crowd control or something!
It appears we have taken control of the fortress walls. Now we can move our catapults into position and attack.
This is going well.
Not a problem.
I'll take over. Too well. Was Tyre truly so short-handed? Unleash the catapults. Break our enemy's spirit.
That barrier was formed with dark magic. We must eliminate the caster in order to pass.
They only delay the inevitable.
I got this!
We have the enemy where we want them! Unleash the arrows!
Those ballistae require stopping.
Not a problem. This stronghold will fall!
One ballista seized.
Stop being nice!
I got this.
No more arrows!
I won't give in!
Not a problem.
Stand aside!
Not quite! This stronghold will fall!
I got this. Come with me.
Let's make a scene!
I know what to do. Get out of here.
This shady magic business just doesn't do much for me.
I'll take over.
Take a breather. You got my back?
The spirits are with us.
I'll follow your lead! I got you now!
I care not if it's magic walls or what have you. If you get in the way of Her Majesty, you will pay. Pathetic fools. And to think, I was entertaining the idea of letting you scamper away.
What was that attack?
I give you the piston. I hope you like being roasted alive, because that's exactly what's about to happen to you.
We would be fools to try and force our way through this. The time has come to call upon our detachment.
Let's wake up!
The spirits are with us.
I'll follow your lead! I got you now! Right then, let us go to work.
A weapon of that scale is certain to be controlled by some kind of device.
On your command, we can use the agents we scattered amongst the rebels to throw the enemy into disarray.
So I've been defanged.
They got him? I do not appreciate that. I'm going to rip you apart myself.
Here I go. No mistakes. They must learn who they're up against.
There's not a question of can.
I am your man.
It was a mistake to join this rebellion. Our allegiance lies with Emperor Edelgard.
What's going on? Who's switching sides?
The enemy's here! Kill them all! Get in there and hammer them while they're pinned down by that magic weapon!
Are you kidding me? Reinforcements? This day just keeps getting better.
I'm bringing it down.
The bad news is that you're going to die. The good news is that you won't be alone.
Construct is still operational. Must be a second device. Keep looking.
Who gave these wretches leave to scurry in? Exterminate them. Well, if it isn't Monica. Tell me, what kind of mush for brains comes crawling back to the woman who almost killed her? So I'm to have my revenge today, am I? Oh, Her Majesty is far too kind.
This is war!
Well, we smashed their little toy. Let's see what their next move will be.
Taurus gave me that. I am so mad at you right now! Could somebody please step up and do No. This is wrong. I can't die.
I am your man!
The enemy's targeting our detachment. We must strike down Kronya and reach them.
I never expected much from those shifty Ferdinand. And here I am, with the cold embrace of the grave hovering at my shoulder.
Right then, let us go to work. Shall we join hands in battle?
Leave this one to me. Looks like...
I thought our victory was assured. How could everything have gone so wrong?
Here I go. No, I'll provide some protection.
Not a problem.
There is naught left but to resist with all our might. Help me push them back!
The writing is on the wall, but those fools would sooner perish than admit it. I don't know how we made it, but we did.
On the fire orbs! We'll rain death down upon them from above.
Watch my back.
Victory will be ours! This is war!
Fire orbs? Those must be new. A little gauche, if you ask me.
They look real dangerous, though. Also, what's a ghost?
It's tough. Conjure a magic shield to safeguard our comrades.
This is nothing. Pay attention now. I can't lose.
Forgive my wings. The outer defenses only just fell.
On the contrary, your timing is perfect.
Is that Voldemar? Curse that man. Why must he always show up at the worst possible moment and ruin everything? Viscount Finya, Viscount Menya, forgive me.
I'm coming for you, Father. I give the enemy no place to hide. Seize every key position in the fortress.
The enemy is getting too close to Duke Iron.
Not a problem.
We must hurry to his side.
Oh, but you are far too late now.
Watch this!
This stronghold will fall! I got this!
I'm done being nice! Stand aside!
My turn.
My name is Ludwig von Eyre. I see the Empire in the throes of a terrible sickness, and I intend to cure it or die in the attempt.
Now perhaps we can stamp out those who slither in the dark as well.
So, my son, you come to claim your poor father's head at last.
I come to do my duty. No more, no less.
Will you not heed me, your majesty? This ideology of yours leaves countless good people by the wayside.
Yet countless more were already suffering prior. All I did was make a choice.
No mercy! Watch my back.
Victory will be ours!
That is enough. There is no escape for you.
Go on then. I'll leave for you the final blow.
You leave me nothing. This was ever my burden to bear. Father! No, you are just a traitor now. In light of your crimes against the Empire, the punishment is death!
Send a runner to House Menya, and have them deliver the letter I drafted. Also, take the soldiers under your command and begin investigating any magic constructs abandoned by the enemy.
At once, Lord Hubert.
It must be awful to end your own parent's life.
Come on, Ferdinand. Let's get going.
No. You may continue without me. I would like to stay here a moment. Just a moment longer.
Hubert, we have a messenger from the Alliance, and I need to know where our Western campaign stands. Ferdinand, may I have a word? I thought I'd let you decide how to punish your father's followers now that they've surrendered. Furthermore, this incident has led to the end of Fenya and several other noble houses. We need to settle the matter of the next Duke Ire, and we need to do so quickly. So if you don't mind...
Is this your attempt at solace, Edelgard?
What?
I will punish the troops, and I will find a way to administer my father's lands. You can trust in me, Your Majesty. And thank you for considering my feelings in the matter.
To kill.
I will not stay.
I never expected we'd have our hands this full after returning from Fargus. Still, we've managed to quell the turmoil and maneuver our way back to Enbar.
Due to the valiant efforts of Count Berglis and his Aryan Road garrison, the kingdom's counter-offensive has hardly put a dent in the western lines. I wager the reinforcements reached them in time.
It's a good thing we do not have to maintain a large military presence in Leicester. But of course, that was Her Majesty's plan all along.
We'd be up to our shoulders in trouble if we hadn't settled hostilities with the Alliance.
Do you think people in the Empire will be all right? I'm worried about the opera company, of course, but I'd also be devastated if anything happened to my friends in the capital.
The end result of all this was the complete expurgation of the Empire's remaining dissidents. In a way, we should be thanking them for handing us this opportunity on a gilded platter.
Adrestia deserves some stability for a change, so I think it's good that Her Majesty has total power now. With the opposing nobles wiped out, it's a breath of fresh air after the way things were under the old Emperor.
Lynn, think about who's here.
It is all right, Dorothea. I have moved on.
It's funny, though. I was sure my father would take part in the rebellion, but he just didn't. I mean, I feel like all he ever did was complain about Her Majesty, you know? I guess he was so scared of the church that he decided to stay holed up in Garreg Mach.
What is our next action, Lady Edelgard? If we are returning to the Western Front, I will have preparedness.
Fighting your own people sure takes the thrill out of battle. So let's go wall up the kingdom instead and put an end to all this. Who's with me?
All that remains is for Adrestia to claim victory.
And along those lines, I wish to present an idea. One last stratagem to ensure that we prevail.
We were successful in striking down Cronia at Fort Mercius. However, Lord Arundel, which is to say Talus, remains at large, and any schemes Solon may be plotting are so much conjecture in the wind. Still, his efforts in Rim territory effectively empowered the late Duke Ire to stage a coup. Whatever the case, he must have a very good reason for seeking to prevent the kingdom's fall.
But why would they help the people who are harboring the Archbishop? It makes no sense. Unless their aim is simply to prevent the war from ending by any means possible.
We know the kingdom's court mage, Cornelia, is connected to those who slither in the dark. They may have planted other associates in Fargus as well. If they already have the king's court dancing on strings, it stands to reason they would focus their attention on obstructing the Empire.
I agree the theory hangs together, but does that mean we should expect more interference?
We should, Your Majesty. Though I would at least like to think they no longer have anyone left who can act brazenly in the open.
And need we worry about our mercenary friend?
I was under the assumption that they had your implicit trust.
Absolutely, but not enough to purge all of the doubt from my heart. I once trusted my uncle, as well as the late Duke Ire, and he wasn't even replaced with a doppelganger. People who come in contact with those who slither in the dark are not the same afterward. How am I to trust anyone in a world where such a thing can happen?
I do not disagree, Your Majesty.
Yes, well, We must remain vigilant until the war is over for good and all. Although I wonder if we can rest easy even then.
We still don't really know much about Solon, Kranya, and Talus. I was thinking this would be a chance to learn about my power, or who you actually are. But, oh well.
Oh well. Is that all you have to say for yourself?
I mean, I'm still curious, but my attention right now is on the battles ahead. And hey, it's not like knowing the truth would change much for you anyway. Even if I am related to those slithering people somehow, it's not like I'd want to split up with you.
That's music to my ears. It's incredible to see just how fast you've matured. Makes me proud to call you my partner in destiny. Is this what being a parent feels like?
Yeah, I guess. Anyway, this war will be over soon, so let's do what we've got to do to see it through together. I'll be counting on you, Arval.
Scarlet Blaze. Torment of the Eagle and Lion. Edelgard succeeds in containing Ayre's insurgency, and while she is concerned by the absence of the nefarious Talus, she prepares her army for the next step regardless. The time is nigh to crush the kingdom and Central Church's growing momentum and put an end to the war once and for all.
I've gathered you here in Garrick Mach because the time has come. We are returning to the front.
Oh yeah, I've been waiting to hear that forever! Let's go wreck things!
For the next phase of our campaign, we'll be working with the Alliance's leader, Claude, to tighten our cordon around the kingdom. Rather than try to advance on the Western Front, we'll join forces with the Alliance and press in from the east.
This means we'll be marching northeast from the monastery and infiltrating Galatea.
I hope we can finally end it this time. I don't think I can deal with doubling back again.
Agreed. This slog has slogged on long enough.
Worry not, friends. I'll not be blindsided twice. I promise you that. We won't rest until all of Fodlan is united. We will fight tooth and nail for it, and we'll do so together.
So, we're finally dusting off our armor and going somewhere, huh? You must really want to end this war if you're letting the two of us loose on the kingdom.
Quite right, Captain Gerald. We will not accept anything less than the fall of the royal capital. You and your mercenaries will be marching with us. This is not a problem, I trust.
Let's just say I have a history with someone at the capital and leave it at that. But if the time's come for me to sort that out, then so be it. In any case, we're ready to go, right, kid?
We'll earn our keep.
Gotta say, I'm excited to be fighting with you for a change.
We made some headway on the Western Front once the Empire pulled its main force back.
What does it matter when their Minister of Military Affairs still holds Aryan Road? Even if we were in a position to keep throwing troops at those walls, we're never going to crack them.
But if we keep digging our heels in here, their main force will be on us again in no time.
It appears they have already dealt with the insurrection at Fort Mercius. If they don't come at us from the west, they'll soon waltz right in from the east.
Might I offer a suggestion, King Dimitri?
Of course, Lady Rhea.
We should retake Garrick Mach. It is the only way to reverse our current fortunes.
If I call upon the Church's faithful, they will come running from every corner of Fodlan to liberate the monastery in the goddess's name. With Garrick Mach under our control, we will be able to keep the Imperial army in check. Additionally, it might convince some of the more fickle Alliance lords to reconsider their loyalties.
I mean no disrespect, Lady Rhea, but this proposal hardly seems...
There is more. As you know, the Bishop of the Southern Church is currently seated at the monastery. If we remove him, it reminds the world anew that Archbishop Rhea is the rightful head of the Church of Seiros. I believe this will shake some of the more devout Adrestian lords from their Emperor's grip.
While their faith may waver now, Adrestia is still the cradle of the Church of Seiros. There are yet many pious believers among their nobility. If we can pull them to our side, it may shift the war back in our favor.
We should strike while the iron is hot. I will get the word out at once.
Hold, Lady Rhea. While I now concede that your plan to retake the monastery has some merit, I must ask that you alert no one.
And why not? I need only say the word, and an army of believers will flock to our cause.
Yes, and the moment the enemy spies people flooding in from across Hill and Dale, they'll realize what we're planning and bolster their defenses.
You believe their defenses are mightier than the faith of the people? By the goddess, have our enemies truly become so powerful? In that case, what do you propose?
We entrust the eastern lines to houses Karen and Galatea, and ride en masse toward Aryan Road. The enemy will think we intend to assail the Silver Maiden, but instead, we break east.
East? Then we'll be attacking the monastery through the Valley of Torment. I get your thinking now. If we attack from the west, Aryan Road would be at our backs, and the Empire could box us in.
Very well. I have no objections. My church members will assist in guiding your soldiers through ALL. The monastery is holy and precious to us, and by the name of the goddess, I swear, it will be ours again.
Good. Then I'll ready the troops. Lady Rhea, Seteth, I place all of our futures in your hands.
So, this is probably a giant wait. What if we
Just leave everything to me.
Shall we?
Perhaps I will ask Edelgard to handle this matter. As for this one, it seems as though I have no choice but to do it myself. If only I could spare the time.
Hey, Ferdinand. You should probably think about getting some sleep. That's an order, actually, from Hubert. But I agree with him.
My apologies. My list of responsibilities has grown rather unwieldy of late. Exhausted as I may be, I will be done here shortly. You need not fret.
Ferdinand, come on. I thought you were supposed to be giving everything your all. If you're really that tired, how are you going to be in any shape for what's coming tomorrow? Go on and give your all to a good night's sleep.
Yes, you are right. How could I, of all people, not realize the error in my ways? I shall take that to heart.
Glad to hear you're coming around. Anyway, good night. Tomorrow's another big day.
Wait.
What's up?
Never mind. Thank you for the concern. I will be sure to convey my gratitude to Hubert later as well.
Don't forget, he's really worried about you, you know?
Is he now? Usually he finds any occasion to criticize me.
Same here.
Is that so? And here I thought he had taken a shine to you.
If he has, he sure doesn't show it.
Before I forget, what would you think about coordinating our schedules tomorrow? I've been so absorbed in my work of late, we have scarcely had the chance to spend time together. I have been pouring all of my effort into rising early, training, eating, and in the process, I have neglected our friendship. As fellow advocates of giving one's all to all of life's pursuits, I say we work together to draw out each other's dormant potential.
Works for me. My schedule's pretty light these days. It'll be good to spend some time together, but just so we're clear, we are not on the same page with this whole giving our all thing.
Splendid! This should serve as all the motivation I need to continue pressing onward undaunted. And with that settled, I believe it is time for us to devote ourselves fully to a tranquil slumber. Come, our lump-riddled camp beds await our zealous efforts.
Okay, this time you are joking, right? It's seriously impossible to tell with you sometimes.
You're in better spirits than I expected. You look at least 2 shades less pale than you did after the battle at Fort Mercius.
Oh, but your majesty does enjoy telling it like it is. Would it be the end of you to show a little compassion? No. Then you would just be pitying me. I do not know which is worse. Regardless, I am well. Thank you for noticing. Ask of me what you will, and I shall see it done.
I don't need anything from you, Ferdinand. Or at least not in that way. Just give me your usual effort, and that should be enough to get us through the upcoming battle.
You can count on me. Point me at a foe, and I will dispatch them with all haste. I cannot afford to die now, or my page in the history books will end in a most horrid fashion. Plagued by the guilt of striking down his father, Ferdinand welcomed the cold embrace of death on the battlefield. Or some such hogwash. Yes, I killed my father. And I would be a liar if I said it did not wound me nearly beyond reckoning. But I will not hate myself for it. It was the correct choice. I did the right thing.
Well, don't feel too bad. Imagine what they would write about me if we lose this war. Despite her futile attempts to wrest power from the Prime Minister, the Emperor's people turned against her and her life ended in abject failure. The end. I know exactly what the world would say of me, which is why I have no intention of losing.
I will not permit such a thing to happen. If ever my life were to be weighed against yours, I would gladly perish in ignominy if it meant keeping you alive and well. What? Did I say something amusing?
No, it's just... You're so strong, so proud. If all the world's nobles were like you, there would be no need to dismantle the aristocracy. That's all. I know it's a futile thought.
Nothing is futile. Though even I must admit it seems to be so, given the circumstances. Still, you vastly underestimate the potential of the aristocracy. For generations, our ancestors worked hand in hand, sharing knowledge and wisdom to administer our great land and ensure it was well protected. They acquired knowledge of the region and developed good policies to rule it, and in doing so, they earned the trust of the people. We cannot throw away everything they have built. It would be folly.
Of course not. What do you take me for? I'm dismantling the aristocracy, not their legacy. The common folk will take up the torch and carry on.
Do you believe they are ready? No matter how gifted they may be, they are only commoners. In order to replace the nobility, they need to be educated. Wait a moment. I see your plan now. You intend to establish a school. One that is not merely for nobles and wealthy merchant children, like the Officers' Academy once was. A school where anyone can enroll, regardless of wealth or standing, and get an education rivaling that of any noble.
Ferdinand? I cannot begin to guess where that idea sprung from. But this is exactly why I need you beside me as we shape the future of Adrestia.
You mean to say that you did not actually... So I was... Well, it is nice to be needed.
And what of the Archbishop's movements?
She has established herself in Camulus, a town south of Ferdinand, and shows no indication of leaving. The Knights of Ceres occasionally go to the front, but the Archbishop appears content to remain behind. A shame, really.
Well, we expected as much. It's unlikely that we'll have the opportunity to eliminate her without mounting a full-scale invasion of Blaidd territory.
We should have surrounded Garrick Mach and torn the place apart when we had the chance, no matter the cost to us. We may have squandered our greatest chance by not doing so.
Hubert, that idea came from Lord Arundel. That is to say, Tallis. And it's an impractical idea, at that. One based on unreliable experimental assets that had never been tested in battle. Besides, after breaking ties with him and his allies, we lacked the military capability to carry out an operation on such a scale.
True on both counts, Your Majesty. We took such bold steps to excise those who slither in the dark from the Empire, knowing full well the price we'd pay. Though it meant allowing the Archbishop to escape our grasp, I would venture to say that we ultimately came out in a better position because of it.
Unquestionably so. I'm certain Tallis and his ilk are dreaming up some villainy as we speak. But we're not beholden to them anymore. We are no longer complicit in their schemes.
I could not care less what I am or am not complicit in, Lady Edelgard. But I agree, you must not be. For your own sake and the sake of the Empire, it is vital that you remain unsullied and unencumbered.
When I proposed such drastic changes to our plan 2 years ago, I did so against your best counsel. And yet you made it work every step of the way. None of us would be where we are today if not for you, Hubert. I cannot thank you enough.
This is quite unlike you, Your Majesty. Are you feeling unwell? I assure you I feel ever appreciated. There is no need for you to speak such words aloud. Or perhaps this is meant to soften the blow of yet another drastic change of course?
Nothing like that, I assure you. I simply want you to know how much you are valued. This path I walk, I cannot walk it without you. I'm only able to press onward because I have you to open the way. there will always be a place for you by my side.
Are you certain there are no changes you wish to inform me of? I must insist that you hide nothing from me.
What? But I just said I'm not... Hubert, are you truly so incapable of accepting a simple word of thanks?
I think that's enough for one day. You really know how to make me work up a sweat.
You kept me on my toes as well, Caspar. Thank you.
Hey now, you'll never have to twist my arm to get me to train. Just shout when you want to go again. Oh, and we should invite Raphael next time. The muscles on that guy are something else.
I'll keep that in mind. I often have trouble finding people to spar with.
No surprise there. Not like folks are lining up for a chance to knock the Emperor's teeth out.
You seem to have no problem coming after my teeth. Sometimes I think you're trying to kill me.
What? No! I mean, I only do it because I know you can handle it, right? Look, just don't say anything to Hubert, okay? If he finds out we're sparring, he'll have me cut into pieces and dumped into the nearest river for sure.
He already knows. I convinced him that I need the training if I'm to stand on the front lines.
Well, that's a relief. So, why do you, by the way? Fight on the front lines, I mean. You're an incredible fighter, but the Empire would be in deep, deep trouble if anything happened to you. And it's not like you're after the glory like I am. Shouldn't you just hang back and send us orders from some distant hilltop? Seems like it goes pretty hard against that rationality thing you're always talking about.
Caspar? Lecturing me on what's sensible? I must be dreaming. But yes, you're right. It's not entirely rational.
See? I'm a thinking man sometimes.
That's not to say I don't have a rational reason. My presence on the front lines improves morale, and my skill betters our hope of victory. So long as I don't fall in battle, taking the field is the smartest thing I can do.
Right, sure. So, what's the unrational part?
The emotional side. I can't stand the idea of remaining safe, while friends and comrades alike risk their lives for our cause. You're all out there on my command, taking lives from others and giving your own in return. It doesn't seem fair for me to do any less.
Except that you're the Emperor.
And I say the Emperor should help.
Hey, I get it. You want to get in the dirt with the rest of us to pull your weight, right? You and me are the same in that way.
A dreadful suggestion, but I'll allow it.
Oh, come on. You should be happy. Here I thought we were completely different people, but it turns out there's a little Caspar in you after all. You know, I can't even imagine you lording over us from far away. You work best when you're down in the mud with the rest of us, sending chumps flying.
If there's a little Caspar in me, perhaps it's time to put a bit of someone else in you. Someone with manners, perhaps?
Ugh, the M word? No thanks. You know all that politeness would only hold me back.
Leopold von Bergliez, I am challenging you to a duel. Meet me at the time and place designated. Signed, Petra McNeary.
Sorry, but my father won't be coming.
Why not, Caspar?
Because I got a hold of your letter before it could reach him. He doesn't know a thing.
Why are you making interference? You do not have the right.
Because I can't stand the thought of you dying. You're a great fighter, Petra. But you don't have a prayer against my father. You've got to know that.
Then you can be dying in his place, Caspar von Bergles!
Huh? What the... Why are you backing away? Just finish me off.
That would be achieving nothing.
I thought you said you were gonna kill me in my father's place.
I was losing control of my emotions.
Okay, so now what? You gonna start following my father around again?
What are you thinking?
I don't know. I mean, I know he killed your father, so if you really hate him that much, then go for it, I guess. But I'm gonna try and stop you because I don't want you two killing each other.
Caspar, for certain reasons that are not being public, I am Queen of Brigid now. A queen cannot be acting on personal grudges.
Then why did you challenge my father to a duel?
I do not know. It was a mistake. It was not normal for me.
Well, I guess even a queen can't push her feelings down forever. I can't imagine what it must have been like to go through what you did. But I think I can still relate. Hey, here's an idea. From now on, take it out on me.
No, this is silliness. There is no point in killing you.
I'm not talking about killing, Petra. What I want you to do is unload on me. Tell me off. Just talk to me about whatever it is you're feeling. If all your hate becomes too much, dump it on me. If you want to hit something, I'm your guy. I just want us to keep being friends. All right?
We will stay friends by yelling and hitting? I am not certain that is the kind of friendship I am wanting. But I am thanking you all the same. I will be giving it thought.
Great. Then just tell me when you need me.
Hunger is the true enemy.
Yeah, the flavor's not really there. Might want to try something different next time.
No. Did you really? Oh, you did. This is my absolute favorite. Thank you.
Delicious gesture accepted. Thanks!
Come back whenever you're hungry. Hunger is the true enemy.
Solid, solid.
I see someone has been digging into my culinary preferences. Well, who am I to say no?
Oh, this is the best! Let's eat!
Come back whenever you're hungry. Hunger is the true enemy.
Solid, solid.
This surprise pleases me. How did you know I would have enjoyment of this?
What have I done to deserve this? Thank you.
Come back whenever you're hungry. Hunger is the true enemy.
Yeah, the flavor's not really there. Might want to try something different next time.
Today must be a special occasion if you've invited both of the Middle Franc Opera Company's latest and greatest.
Based on our friend's confused expression, I don't think that's quite it.
Come back whenever you're hungry. Hunger is the true enemy.
Solid, solid.
I know it's only natural that the two of you get along, but something about it feels so strange.
Are you jealous, Your Majesty? Do you not want me spending time with anyone else?
Come back whenever you're hungry.
Care to make yourself useful?
I've got nothing to worry about with the two of you on the job.
You'd work yourself to death for me if I didn't say something, Monica. Now let me help, and that is an imperial order.
Of course, Your Majesty. It's just that I like being productive, especially when it makes you happy. You did it, Your Majesty. Unless you think I also partially did it, in which case, thank you?
We did it together, and you were wonderful as usual. I always know who I can count on.
We all must do our fair share. Care to make yourself useful?
I've got nothing to worry about with the two of you on the job.
I'm glad I'm paired with you, Manuela. So glad that I'm even excited to be working.
Yes, it reminds me of our days in the opera company. But this time, you finally get to see I can do more than just strut about the stage. Things are simple with the two of us on the job. A shame I didn't meet any heartthrobs while we were at it, though.
Next time, Manuela. You're beautiful and charming, and that's a fact.
We all must do our fair share.
Hey, stay in check. You should invite me out like this more often. So, where are we headed? I've been looking forward to this. Come on. Be careful around the branches. The woods will put holes in your clothing before you know it. talking about? There are people foraging right over there. It's gruesome to say, but I prefer magic because it feels the least like I'm taking a life.
I get things done.
Well, I'd love a steady income, a roguishly handsome husband, or a beautiful wife, a warm household. Hey, are you listening? Why? Are you fishing for compliments? Well then, I think you're someone I can rely on. Thank you for that wonderful distraction. Oh, and you'd better ask me out again soon.
Time to work you into shape.
For the...
Great thing. My potential. I think.
And I'll...
Maybe...
For Brit... Now...
Training can be the difference between victory and defeat. With proper training, you'll be unstoppable.
You must be exhausted, Your Majesty. I was beginning to believe that council would never end. Should I make tea?
Thank you, Monica. Why don't you join me?
Oh, I would love to.
I can hardly remember the last time I saw you rest. You need to stop overworking yourself. We can't afford for you to get sick.
Her Majesty has invited me to tea, and she's worried about my health? Oh, this is the greatest day of my humble life.
Come now, I've always cared for your well-being, and it's not as if we never have tea together.
Oh, I'm aware. This is the 253rd time you worried about me, and our 139th time sharing tea.
I've been keeping a record on paper and in my head.
Now I'm even more concerned.
Aw, thanks.
I suppose it just shows how hard you work for me. I hope you feel I do enough in return. If there is anything you need, don't hesitate to ask.
Truly? You'd really listen to my request? Your Majesty is actually willing to make Monica von Ox's impossible wish come true?
Well, let's keep the wishes within the realm of the plausible, if you please.
All right. In that case, may I... Oh, this is so disrespectful. May I hold you in my embrace? Just for a minute?
I don't see why not.
What kindness! I promise to be even more loyal to you from now on, Your Majesty.
As if such a thing were possible, you've given me more loyalty than I could ever rightfully expect.
Oh, that reminds me. There is something I've been meaning to tell you. It seems as if you have been upset with yourself because you were planning to leave me for dead. But I just want you to know that had such events come to pass, I still would have died happy. I would have been at peace because I helped you achieve your vision. Well, I should go see to that tea.
She really is something else. I knew she was strong, yet she always finds new ways to surprise me. Thank you, Monica.
Ah, Bernadetta. I see the documents I was waiting for have finally arrived.
Hubert! I'm not doing anything bad!
Then would you be so kind as to hand those over? They are addressed to me, after all.
Oh, right. Edelgard asked me to bring them. Phew, that was heavy. What are all these documents anyway?
Old records of bandit activity in this area that I need for my investigation.
Hey, that reminds me. I heard we had a group of bandits cornered, but they sort of got away.
Yes, a most vexing development. It beggars belief that our troops prove unable to exterminate even these few stray vermin.
Wait, are you angry?
Oh, I doubt it is worth raising my ire over.
That's good. But you look like you're angry.
Bernadetta, are you aware of how your persistence often leads to the very outcome you wish to avoid?
Yes?
In any event, my mood is what it is because I must now locate a den of rats. I will need to research previous stomping grounds, then cross-reference the location of their old lairs in order to work out where this new one might be.
Wow, that sounds like a ton of work.
Yes, but there is nothing for it. These craven rats will not re-emerge once they've burrowed into their nests.
Hey, neat! I definitely understand the desire to burrow in somewhere and never come out. But when there are festivals and stuff, they might slip up and leave? Maybe? Possibly? Everyone loves festivals, except when there are people around, which is usually the case.
Somehow I suspect you would not emerge for even the most magnificent of carnivals. However, you and the rats may differ on that point.
We do what now?
Yes, of course. Unlike you, these thieves have no particular desire to live away from others. We have had them on the run for some time, which means they've not been able to earn coin through their usual underhanded work. Thus, if I were to prepare a place where they could cut a few easy purses, they might consider the spoils to be worth the risk.
Okay.
And the bait shall be a festival. Due to the war, we have not held a genuine festival for quite some time, after all. So even if we do not capture the rodents, and it merely brings much-needed succor to the people, I would still consider it a success. Well done, Bernadetta. You have come up with a splendid idea that eluded even myself.
Why are you complimenting me out of nowhere? Are you plotting against me?
Not particularly, no. Although I am thinking I will require your assistance in this matter from now on.
No! Someone free poor Bernie from this torment!
Alright, now just... What's with the weird design on this piece here?
That is no design, Caspar, but a fracture. And a perfectly straight one at that, which makes it rather hard to discern. Repairing it will likely not prove worth the bother. Best relegate the piece to life as training equipment.
Wow, you really know your stuff, Ferdinand. I'm clueless when it comes to this kind of thing. Sometimes I think you know everything.
Oh, I am not quite so impressive as that. But you seem troubled by something, Caspar. What is it? No, forgive my presumption. Perhaps I was merely imagining it.
See? You do know everything. Something is kind of bothering me. I was talking to someone the other day about how I want to distinguish myself in battle, and they said that meant I wanted the war to go on forever. Of course, I told them they were nuts. Then I actually started thinking about it. About what I'll be doing when the war ends, I mean. About what I'll even be.
I do not think you have cause to worry. We may not know what the future holds, but you are delivering great results as a leader. Surely you'll be held in esteem for such.
Sure, but doesn't that just mean my life is about nothing but fighting? I'm not a guy like you who's good at pretty much everything, so... Listen to me. I can't remember the last time I got in my own head like this.
Nonsense. We all have our worries. Why, even I have one or two of my own.
Oh yeah? Like what?
Well, your earlier appraisal of my boundless talent, for one.
Huh? That's true. Also, why would you need to worry about being good at everything?
Oh, there is no doubt I can handle most things without much difficulty. And there are few things I have strong preferences about. Stimulants such as coffee aside.
Right. Which means...
But to me, that fact is nothing more than the flip side of having no prominent talents. I am a purveyor of all trades, but an expert in none. A man such as yourself, who possesses rare ability in a single field, is positively dazzling.
Okay, you are seriously overthinking this entire thing, Ferdinand. Don't get me wrong, I'm thrilled you have a high opinion of me, but any comparison of us is always gonna end with my being humiliated.
Do you truly think so?
Look, I'm bad at the sciences, hopeless with strategy, and a complete oaf when it comes to coordinating anything besides tying my own shoes. But you can help me with all that stuff. And not just me, you can help everyone shore up their weak points. Sheesh. All right, that's enough worry for one day. Time to go run until I puke.
Caspar, wait! And he has gone. Still, I suppose the man makes an intriguing point. My lack of weaknesses does give me a unique ability to offer aid to everyone.
Sand, rain, river? Is he writing of the weather?
Are you all right, Petra? That's quite the noise that just came flying out of your diaphragm.
Linhardt, perhaps you can be helping me. This letter is giving me much difficulty.
A letter, is it? I was under the impression that you had no trouble reading the language of Fodlan.
I also had that thought, but this page is not making sense. Can you be reading it for me?
What? Oh no, I couldn't. This is a private matter. I mean, I don't even know who it's from.
But I cannot be writing back if I do not know what they are saying. Please, do this favor for me.
Oh, very well. Let me have a look. Goodness, no wonder you struggled with this. It couldn't be more archaic. Right, well, let me give this a shot. Yon world is endless sand, and I but a parched grain air upon its bosom. O beauty, was it the western wind which brought thee hither, merciful rain? Soft, my river o'erfloweth. Petra, is this a love letter?
That is a possibility, but I do not have certainty.
Okay, you definitely should have mentioned that before I started reading this. Well, too late now, I suppose.
Indeed. I am blaming the letter. If no one can have understanding of it, the writer is a waster of paper.
Well, it's not that I don't understand so much as... Look, let me just give this back to you.
You have understanding? You must be teaching me.
Oh, very well. The writer is using archaic speech to express his love for you through metaphor. So much so that I would say they have gone and spoiled the whole thing.
So he has passion? I am pleased, although I have little knowledge of the letter's writer.
Really? From what he's written here, it sounds as if he sees you every day. Also, the letter is absolutely rife with mistakes. Take this passage, for example. I think he mentioned the western wind in an effort to evoke Brigid, but it's actually the southern wind that brings rain. Besides which, the merciful rain is a gift from the goddess. This paramour of yours shouldn't be tossing such sacrilegious comparisons about. And I won't even ask how a grain can be parched, let alone turn into an overflowing river.
The words have richness and color. I wish I could be reading them as well as you.
Trust me, it's nothing special. Well-crafted writing has layers. This just has apostrophes. So, are you planning to write him back?
This has been a most painful lesson of how little I am knowing. I must be reading many books to study the old speech of Fodlan before making my reply.
I sure hope she doesn't plan on writing him back in the same style, or they're going to end up talking right past each other.
Captain Gerald, I have a request to make of you.
Someone's formal today. Well, out with it.
When this war is over, please let me join your mercenary company. You'll go back to wandering the world, right? So please, Captain. Please let me come with you.
I'm happy to hear you want to join us, Leone. That's not enough for me to say yes.
No. Why not?
There are two reasons. The biggest is that I'm thinking about stepping down from my position as captain, so the ultimate call isn't really mine to make.
Then, who will lead the mercenaries?
Couldn't tell you. That's up to them. The second reason is that I think you should start your own band of mercenaries instead.
You do?
You're a mercenary in your own right now, and a fantastic general in this army. With that kind of experience, there's no point in going to work for someone else.
Do you really think so?
Of course. Someone with your skill set would be a fine addition to any group of mercs, including mine. But you're planning to surpass me and the kid, right? You can't exactly do that if you're working for us. You'll have to build your own band of mercs from the ground up and win your reputation just like I did. You'll need to give it your all if you want to create something better than what I've built.
Then that's what I'll do. I'll form my own band of mercenaries that's every bit as good as yours.
That's why I'm proud to call you my apprentice.
But in exchange, I have a condition. You have to remain as captain until I catch up to you.
Well, I guess it's a captain's job to live with an apprentice's reckless decisions. But I don't have all the time in the world. This body's falling apart as it is. So get yourself up and running before I shrivel away. Got it?
It's a promise.
I'm looking forward to the day.
Supplies are the lifeblood of any army. Everything has its use.
I carry a little of everything here. Hope to see you again soon.
Well, well. Hello, you. Come back soon, all right?
Hey there. Need something? Is this it? Is this it? See you around.
Welcome. Come back soon.
My instruction comes at a high price. Don't neglect your daily studies.